this is one of my favorite times of year. I love the opportunity for our coalitions that have been working with us over the years to be able to highlight what they're doing in their community. And also, I am so pleased to see so many of our current KPCCI coalitions that have come not only to support Terry and his team, but also to learn about what's to come as we look forward to the day when you will be on the hot seat providing these presentations. I want to also say before I turn it over to Terry that it has been a privilege and an honor to work with Terry over the years. We have gotten to know each other, and we have gotten to really be able to, have conversations, whether they were positive things that were going on or challenges. I always knew that Terry could reach out and that he would reach out and that we could have conversations. I loved seeing him at the conferences, both in state and out of state. And so it has really been a pleasure. And again, I encourage all of you to listen and learn, because I think that Terry has the sauce to be a successful coalition. And so for that, on behalf of KDADS and the Behavioral Health Commission and the Prevention Department, I will turn it over to Terry and Fact Marion. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. And I will just say thank you, Stephanie, for all your kind words. I have made it a point to surround myself with individuals that know much better than I do what they are doing and what we need to be doing. So most of the credit goes to them also. So as I said, I'm Terry Biebermeyer, and we all represent Marion County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition, better known in our community as SAPC. We are here, of course, today because we have been, for the past 4 years, a recipient of the KDADS KPCCI grant. And this is our final year of that. And so we're here with our end of the grant presentation for you. Marion County is located in central Kansas, approximately 50 miles northeast of Wichita, if you're not familiar with us. We're a very rural community or county of approximately 950 square miles, and we serve 11,700 people approximately. SAPC is under or is one of the programs under the umbrella of Families and Communities Together Incorporated, better known as FACT, and that's why you see that we're called FACT or referred to FACT at times. And the coalition is governed by the FACT Executive Board.
So with us being governed by the FACT Board, in our coalition altogether, we have close to 50 coalition members altogether, and that's a great group of people. Because we have so many people, we do have a group of 7 of us who are officers for our coalition. So along with Terry, who is our director, we have 2 co-chairs, Ashley Gann and Tristan Cope, who they have already introduced themselves. Adrian Piercy is our event coordinator. I am the mobilizer. And then not with us today, but also 2 of our officers are Lena Kleiner, who is our secretary, and Tamara Heinerman, who is our financial manager. And we just kind of contribute all of the things that we can to our coalition to really kind of help lead our group with just all of the strong benefits and things that we bring together as a team. On the next slide, we are super happy to show you the video that was created for this presentation. And sorry, it's not the next slide, it's the slide after that. So we'll go to this one. This just kind of shows our SAPC officers, Terry, Ashley, Tristan, Adrian, myself. And then to the right of Terry is a coalition member, Casey Petter. We were all present and able to go to this year's CADCA National Forum in Maryland in January, and we just had such a great time to be able to go all together as officers and with Casey and just really learn all the information that we could glean out of the event. For myself and Adrian and Casey, it was our first time attending that. So it was really great to be able to go all together and just get so much information to bring back to our coalition to share with them, and also get some really good ideas of things that we're very hopeful to do, whether it's activities or events that we put on in the future. We just had the best time together. So that's all of us. So the next slide is the video that was created for our end of grant presentation today. And we're also just really excited to share that with you. It just kind of shows us an overview of who we are as SAPC, what we've done over these last 4 years, and a lot of the great achievements and activities that we've been able to do as a coalition. So without further ado,
the Marion County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition, SAPC for short, has a sole focus of supporting the prevention of underage drinking and substance misuse in Marion County, Kansas. SAPC's missions was first birthed in 2000 under the Families and Communities Together organization and has since developed into a task force comprised of countywide members from 12 sectors, all working together to produce positive change in our communities. SAPC diligently works together within the 5 school districts of rural Marion County, partnering with the various law enforcement agencies, Prairie View Mental Health Center, Marion County Health Department, K-State Research and Extension, and other local county and state entities. Much of SAPC's prevention efforts have been realized through various grants awarded to SAPC, including the Drug-Free Communities Grant, the Sober Truth on Preventing Underage Drinking Act Grant, DECA Opioid Grant, and SAMHSA Communities Talk About Alcohol and Drugs Grant. In 2024, the coalition completed its 4th year working with KDADS on the Kansas Prevention Collaborative Implementation Grant to design a strategic plan to effectively combat drinking and substance abuse among Marion County youth. While administering these grants, SAPC has coordinated and implemented a number of youth and community events that aid in the prevention of underage alcohol and substance abuse in Marion County. Additionally, SAPC strategically launched its campaign of Every Choice Matters in an effort to increase its community presence and create awareness of its mission. In addition to grant funds, SAPC manages the Marion County Special Alcohol Tax Fund, as well as any grants received by FACT for the coalition. Any group wanting to apply for funds must complete a request form and submit it to SAPC for approval. These funds subsidize youth substance abuse prevention programs, Marion County School District prom events, Red Ribbon Week events, youth centers, town hall meetings, law enforcement narcotics training, professional development for coalition members, and any other events that promote healthy behaviors for our youth. Another of SAPC's key strategies is teaching the Too Good for Drugs curriculum in Marion County schools, which equips students and families with the tools to make meaningful life choices with a focus on substance abuse avoidance.
I think that SAPC has done a really good job of educating parents. Marion County is different, obviously, than big cities like Wichita or Kansas City. We have our own issues here. We're all working together. We have all the agencies in one spot working on a shared vision. As a coalition member and as a parent, I came to SAPC's fentanyl event and I was blown away by that. I had no clue that kids use Snapchat to get drugs. And so it just made me think as a parent, like we really have to monitor our kids and what they're doing. I mean, really, it all starts at home. We can put on all the events, SAPC can put on all the events we want, but the real change starts at home. And so I think for us to provide this education for parents, it gives them a little bit of a starting point to be able to talk to their kids. A lot of it is more focused on positive choices, but it's, it brings out some conversations that I don't think we would have had otherwise.
The SAPC program is instrumental in bringing the Too Good for Drugs program to Hillsborough. The Too Good for Drugs program is a very beneficial program in that we has an excellent message to avoid drugs, alcohol, tobacco, peer pressure, conflict resolution, stuff like that. It's just a positive outcome. I don't see them at home, so that's probably where really in their life when they're away from adults and stuff. And that's what I think it really teaches them to be, you know, on their own to make those good decisions. But in the school, and it's a positive outcome because they're always happy to see me. You know, that, hey, Mr. Funk, how's it going, Mr. Funk? Hello, Officer Funk. You know, and they seem to really love the program.
SAPC bases its program on local and state research. The coalition utilizes the Kansas Communities That Care student survey data, which is completed in all 5 Marion County school districts, as well as school districts across the state of Kansas. SAPC is proud to share that from 2020 to 2024, the Kansas Communities That Care student survey reported a 12% decrease in alcohol use from 6th, 8th, 10th, and 12th grade students in Marion County. The study also showed a decrease of 3% in marijuana use. The data from both reports exceeded SAPC's targeted goal for reduction of substance misuse during a 4-year reporting period. Additionally, in 2020, over 75% of Marion County youth in grades 6, 8, 10, and 12 reported that if a minor drank any alcoholic product within the confines of the county, he or she would not be caught by the police. As a result of SAPC's efforts and programs, as of 2024, over half of these youth now recognize that consumption of alcohol would likely result in the interaction with law enforcement. Furthermore, nearly 60% of Marion County youth in grades 6, 8, 10, and 12 reported that if a minor smoked marijuana within the confines of the county, he or she would not be caught by the police. Again, SAPC has aided with the youth's realization that the legal ramifications of using marijuana, and as of 2024, 2/3 of these youth now understand that drug use would likely result in interaction with law enforcement. Many data points are encouraging. However, an area on which SAPC will focus future efforts is decreasing the percentage of Marion County youth reporting that think there will be no risk of harming themselves if they drink alcohol regularly. SAPC continuously strives to positively impact Marion County and values feedback from community members as it endeavors to meet its goals.
SAPC provides opportunities for our kids and our parents, and they do this, from what I've seen, through informing people and providing just chances for educators and parents to have conversations with kids. That allows us as educators to have those talks with our students, and then parents as well to have those talks with their kids, and then hopefully give kids an understanding of what they need to know. We want to provide the best for our kids, and there's needs there, and there's information that needs to be shared and education that needs to happen for them. In Marion County, we're experiencing the same issues that people are experiencing in bigger cities. And so sometimes there's maybe the thought that isn't the case, but it absolutely is. And working in the school every day, I see that. So we have the same issues, and so it's important for us to provide that same information for our kids as well.
SAPC has had a significant and profound effect on Marion County throughout the years that it's been in effect. It Matters program is a national program, but we've taken our own spin and made it Every Choice Matters for students, hoping that they will realize that not only is it just drugs and substance abuse and alcohol, but also every choice that they make in life. And the more information that we can get out to parents, the better it is for the students as well, because it's not just students that are fighting, it is the parents that are helping students to fight that abuse. There are always going to be new drugs coming on the scene, such as fentanyl and xylazine. The more we can inform parents and students about the dangers of those, the better it's going to be, and the less that we will have to worry about it. That's what prevention's all about. Hopefully, with the information, the skills, and the tools that we provide through SAPC for the community members and students, the better they will have a chance of standing strong when those arise. And we will continue to work on substance abuse prevention in Marion County until we see that Marion County is a drug-free community.
I, myself, Clint Corby, have been honored to serve on SAPC alongside a group of community members who work together with the sole purpose of supporting the prevention of underage drinking and substance misuse in Marion County by doing what works to make positive change in our communities. I look forward to the changes SAPC will make for our youth and Marion County as a whole in the near future.
So we hope that you had a chance to kind of enjoy our video that we provided there.
We wanted to give a glimpse of what have we really done, and the best way that we could describe that is through a video. This then allows us to be able to share our progress that we've made so far, along with our accomplishments throughout the entire community and beyond. So a few of the strategies we wanted to highlight, just in case they weren't very clear within the video, that we focused on, especially when looking at that logic model, would be the Too Good for Drugs, which was part of the LEAD program. This was delivered to our 5th and 7th graders. 7th grade was one that we were able to add this year, which was really exciting. Something that we heard a lot from some of the interviews was the impact that it had on the family members as well. The second initiative was the It Matters campaign. This was kind of our spin for Every Choice Matters. We utilized Every Choice Matters as a way to really make it meaningful and impactful for our own community members. This included having banners, it included having billboards put up around our community, table tents, community events that focused on It Matters and the Every Choice Matters program, as well as school campaigns. Then our third strategy was the media advocacy. Throughout our implementation grant, we were able to do several different videos, such as one that you saw that we could show at community events, that we were able to show on social media, such as Facebook, and throughout the entire community. We also were able to put in newspaper ads within the media advocacy and just different ways to touch the community members that we had here in Marion County. When looking at our capacity completion percentage, we actually had some great impact, which was exciting. On here, one that I wanted to kind of touch or point out, because we did have a lot of progress, which was really exciting. One of them, which was my personal favorite, was actually how we could share our vision, mission, and goals with our new members. And that was Terry's idea for the creation of our Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition, or SAPC binders. These binders are provided to every new member as well as our existing members to help us kind of keep organized. It has all of our goals and missions in there, along with contact information, and then our agendas can go in there along with our minutes. So it was a great way for us to keep organized, and as you can see, it was an increase of our percentage there. Then when looking at our community readiness interviews, we are so excited. If you look at the bottom, it has the 2 different overall readiness scores. So as you can see, we actually increased from 2020 to 2024. We went from our 2.27%, kind of that denial resistance, where I feel a lot of our community members and also other coalitions across the state begin in. And we are now in preparation, which is the 5.48%. So this kind of shows how we're making progress, even amidst some of the challenges that Ashley will present here. So of course, we've had challenges. The first one I'll talk about is COVID. That obviously affected some of our in-person meetings and just made it altogether a little bit more challenging. Strengthening families, we had a hard time getting families to commit to that. I know Terry tried really hard, but that just kind of ended up phasing out. Our Marion County hotline sounded like a really good idea, but once we talked to dispatch and, just checked with our local resources, it just ended up being a bigger challenge than what we wanted to mess with. The legislative changes affecting data retrieval, obviously that affected our KCTC scores. Multiple changes in the support personnel, sometimes that would get hard to build partnerships, but obviously we got through it. And then lead to Too Good for Drugs program. We ended up finally getting the name recognition being an evidence-based program just in the last year. Mm-hmm. And then successes, those are basically just laid out there for you. We increased sector capacity, we increased coalition participation, organizational collaboration, community recognition and understanding of SAPC, and also we increased community and school recognition of substance misuse.
So from a sustainability perspective, SAPC's sustainability plan really has 3 prongs. Those are financial, coalition and community support, and then data and information sharing. From a financial perspective, Marion, we utilize the Marion County alcohol tax subsidy, in addition to many grants that we've received from organizations. We also utilize donations from businesses and individuals. Those are both in the form of financial donations as well as in-kind donations, which we have found to be very effective and an excellent resource being in a rural community. We also utilize the Drug-Free Communities grant, hopefully, which we have applied for and we're still waiting to hear back upon. As far as our coalition and community support goes, we continue to try to develop avenues to increase support. We've been able to develop a partnership with Tabor College, which sits in Hillsborough. We also have developed partnership with the Marion County Youth Leadership Program and continue to intertwine with them so that we can figure out into the local school communities. Law enforcement agencies have been an excellent source of support along with our faith-based organizations, healthcare community. So we continue to lean into those partnerships to drive support. And then finally is our data and information sharing. We've utilized the KCTC student survey, the Too Good for Drugs education program, of course, the information we have from Greenbush Education Service Center, our coalition capacity survey, and then our Marion County needs assessments. And that information and data has really allowed us to maintain our relevance and continue to be effective, which we believe will help our long-term sustainability as an organization for our community.
We wanted to end our presentation first with an image of what we are planning for our next billboard. Hopefully they'll be completed in the fall. It's still sticking with our Every Choice Matters theme, but indicating they have a choice, you know, and where will they be according to their choices that they make. And finally, then we would like to just offer our thanks for this grant opportunity and the amazing past 4 years that has helped spark new life into our coalition and pave the way for big plans for our future. And all of you have been a big help with all of that, because we would have never been where we are today without the advice and encouragement and information, etc., that all of you have given us. Thank you.